doctor in surgery suddenly pulls out a pistol, aiming and firing, but it scared Dr. Rebecca, who was opposite him. It wasn't until she looked back that she realized that a snake had crawled into the operating theater. How could there be a snake in a strictly sterilized operating theater? While she was wondering, a soldier had rushed in with a gun. This is the Multinational Medical Center at Kandahar Air Base in Afghanistan. It's also known as a field hospital. In addition to overcoming the turmoil of war, the military doctors and nurses who are stationed here, they have to provide the best possible care for wounded soldiers, allied troops, and even armed terrorists. Because of the current shortage of staff at the hospital, Major Rebecca, a trauma surgeon, and Captain Xiao Zhuang, who has just been qualified to practice medicine, were ordered to come to this field hospital. But when they walked through the doors, they found that it was not what they had imagined a field hospital to be. The planes passing over the base from time to time. It was as if the entire hospital could be blown over at any moment. The crude facilities and harsh environment. The two men were stunned. What's more surprising is that the nurses here were not at all polite. As soon as they met, they were given tasks to do. They were each given a mop. Clean up all the blood on the floor. Rebecca was clearly unhappy with this arrangement. She immediately emphasized her status as a doctor, but the nurses' comments left her speechless.
Does that mean we have to show you how to mop the floor?
No, I know how to mop a floor. I just think that maybe...
I guess we mop the floor.
I guess so.
And so the two of them were forced to act as housekeepers in the hospital. It was only when the colonel appeared in time they were able to get out of the situation, but that also meant that they had no time to rest after getting off the plane. They had to get back to work immediately. Xiao Zhuan was appointed head of the first aid team, in charge of the 4th Trauma Unit, although he had only been involved in the standard 3-month training. But on the front line, where manpower was tight, the colonel had no choice but to put his trust in him. As for Rebecca, she is responsible for all major and minor trauma operations in the hospital. When there's no surgery, she's on standby outside the red line to provide assistance to the emergency team at all times. No sooner had they finished digesting the colonel's mission before they knew it, the wounded were being wheeled in front of them.